What's going on, SportzMafia fans?
What's happening, guys?
How's everybody doing?
All right, man. I got it.
I know, dude. We're here. We're here and we're ready.
So, yeah, a lot going on right now.
Dude, there's a lot going on in NFL right now. I mean, it's actually pretty crazy going on right now. First off, dude, how's your weekend, bro? Like, how was a couple of weeks since the 1 year anniversary? We gave away those jerseys. I sent the jerseys off already. They're already about to make it to them now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Congrats to the winners, man.
I'm sure we'll do one again here pretty soon.
Clyde Edward-Helaire
Bob Greasy.
and Bob Greasy, dude. That's insane, man.
I still love the deal of that. Just
Babyface Dave. Yeah, man. I shaved it because I don't know why I shaved it. I just shaved the beard. You know, it just wasn't. I kind of got sick of it for 5 months. 4 months.
That happens.
I just got sick of it, so I just shaved
I'm
it.
sick of my hair right now, you know?
Man.
I'm letting it grow right
I'm
now.
not even going to show you guys my hair. Like, I've been, slacking. Been slacking.
I'm trying to grow all the way down to the damn shoulders. It's going to take forever.
What, dude? Are you for real?
100%. Okay.
What?
Bring it up right here for everyone real quick. Pull up Wade Garrett.
Is it? All right, guys, hold on. Give us 5 minutes. All right, guys, testing. Sorry about this, guys. Man, we've been going through a lot of technical difficulties lately, so hold on.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't hear it from this side. So I don't know.
No, yeah, you guys can't hear it from this side. We can hear it from everywhere else. And that's
Hey.
That's where it matters.
Yeah. As soon as I got in the car, I turned it on. I was like,
is it still?
Steve or so.
Testing. Sorry about this, guys. Man, we've been going through a lot of technical difficulties lately, so hold on. All right, guys, we'll be back in a minute. All right. All right, let's see if this works now.
But it might not be that. We don't know.
Yeah. Say something, Karsten. Let's see if this works now.
Is this working?
No choppiness.
Is this better?
Say it again.
Hello?
Did you click the button?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no choppiness.
the blinking red button.
Yeah.
No, click the blinking red. All right,
That's
now
solid.
there you go. Now it's saying something.
Hello.
There you go. There we go. Say something, Carson. Let's see if this works now. Is this working? Oh, dude, this drives me insane.
There's no choppiness.
It's that mic.
Yes.
Dang, that's okay.
But it might not be a mic. It just could be a connection, dude.
Yeah.
Not be a mic.
Well, I'll have to figure it out.
Do you have another cord like that you can plug into it to test it?
I gotta buy one. I gotta order one.
Yeah, it's a USB-C.
Oh, dude, this drives me insane. It's that mic. Dang, that's okay.
But there's no choppiness.
Yeah, so that's better.
Yeah, that works.
Let's have to make it do. Make do.
Let me hear you talk.
All right. Go to Evernote real quick.
Testing, 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 testing.
Test.
You're good. There's no choppiness. You're good.
Okay.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Cool.
Figure it later.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it, bro.
As soon as I got in the car, I was like, something's not right.
Yeah, it.
It's like about a month.
Yeah.
Love you, brothers.
Love you, man. See you later. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. With all the mics being all delayed and stuff and whatnot. Carson, man, so how was your weekend?
It was good. I was talking about my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Did it show up on there? I was going to show a picture to everyone what I was shooting for. But other than that, since the last time we did this, kind of same old same right now. Work grind.
I hear you,
I was
man.
very lazy the last 2 days.
Oh, yeah, dude, I've been the
was-
same way.
Yeah, I was like, I'm supposed to do some stuff, and I haven't been doing anything. So, good to get out of the house and get going again. Trying to throw together a show here where, like, there's a million things that are happening. And a lot of you guys heard, but, you know, it's fun to go and talk about it.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, so tell us a little bit about what we have for the show today.
Okay, so doing our headlines is normal. Of course, we got to cover NFL free agency. I don't see how we can't. And then we'll end up with a little buy or sell. That's a couple topics.
Buy or sell.
And it's very original.
Yeah.
But, you know, it works, and a lot of people use it.
So, all right, man. Well, let's hop right into it. Our headlines. Start us off, Carson. What's the big headline?
Oh, it's just we got the NCAA tournament going here. I know if you're like most people, you don't think about college basketball at all until this tournament, the bracket shows up, and I'm guilty of that myself. So I was like, hey, David, let's just go ahead and pick real quick.
Yeah, let's run it down.
Just go ahead and make a bracket.
Perfect, Jim. Thanks.
And so you got yours up here on the thing. I guess, to me, if you want to go over what you picked throughout the thing, go ahead. Or if not, you can just tell about your final four.
I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry. I have Purdue winning the whole entire thing. 75-73 over Miami. Now, my final four was Miami versus Illinois, and then it was Arizona versus Purdue. I just think that Arizona has a lot to prove this year. Since last year, everyone had like the hype on them and stuff. Now they're back in the the March Madness tournament. I feel like that Arizona is in fact going to go far this year. Do I think that they're going to go to number 4? In reality, in all facts, probably not. But it's my bracket, so I just decided to go with it. Yeah, It's a safe pick. All of these are a safe pick, guys. Each and every one of these are a safe pick.
In the final four.
I do. I do have a number 9 in the final four. I have Illinois.
Don't let David ever sell you on insurance.
You're right.
Yeah, your house won't burn down.
The funny thing is, dude, is that if this happens, everyone's going to be calling me saying, yo, man, how'd you make that pick? But, man, guys, everyone is always trying to do, a perfect bracket. And I don't think that there's any such thing as a perfect bracket. I think it was a couple years ago, somebody said that if someone makes a perfect bracket, I'll give them $1 billion if they make a perfect bracket. And I was like, That's damn near close to impossible. I mean, like, everyone...
There's 320 picks you have to get right.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
That's not... No.
I used to be like a little more like freewheeling when I watched a lot more. I picked some more upsets. But nowadays, if I'm in a pool or anything like that, I have a hard time knocking my big teams off because in most tournaments or brackets that you're putting some money into, you get more points as the team goes along, and it really sucks to lose a number 4, 3 seed to a 14, 13, and then watch the points from that 4 seed go all the way like the final 4 or something. So I picked real safe. I feel like I got Arizona and Marquette in the final 4, and I got Houston and UCLA, and I got Houston over Marquette, which I switched right at the end. The national championship game is played in Houston, Texas, by the way. So
yeah.
Giving the home court advantage.
Right. Well,
I would just say if you're looking for advice or anything, you're better off Googling. I'm definitely not going to tell you to follow the road I took here.
I'm going to tell you to pick my picks.
There you go.
Pick them.
A lot more confident.
Pick them.
But,
that'd be super hilarious if I got the perfect picks.
It would be a lot of money, $1 billion.
Everybody would be.
Not everyone would be one to ask for money or anything, but if you fucking win $1 billion, excuse me. Just tell me I don't have to work again, please.
I got you.
Can I retire?
I got you. I'll give you.
41.
I'll give you all $20 million each.
Thanks, buddy.
plus whatever the show makes. We'll be paying you since then, because then by that point,
our show will be real.
We'll be pretty big on this one. So I mean,
it's a fun time, you know. I really like the first 2 days of the college tournament. That seems more exciting. All the teams still have hope. Buzzer beaters, some upsets. Then you get cooled off for like a week after the first 2 rounds. And I feel like a lot of times for casual fans, you just start losing interest.
Right.
And it's kind of a bummer they just don't go shotgun and just try to finish it.
Well, speaking of that, Wendy's, I saw it on a commercial with Reggie Miller, that if there's a buzzer beater hit, that they will do something with the Dave Single. I think it's like $1 for the Dave Single meal or something like that.
Some weird dance.
Yeah.
It's like, that's Reggie Miller.
Yep. They're doing, if a buzzer beater is hit in the tournament from now until April 1st, they'll give the Dave Single meal away for $1.
Oh.
I believe that's what it is. Don't quote me on it. I saw it in a commercial. So it may or may not be true. But if it is true, awesome. If it's not, then oh well.
You're in trouble if you're at Denverland.
Yeah, I'm going to Dave's and I'm getting 5 singles. Gotta go throw them at some strippers for the singles.
Oh, man.
So yeah, man. So
is there anything you like about the tournament in particular?
I like to see the new young talent that's going to be coming in the league. That's what I'm super excited about. Because, again, guys, I don't really watch a lot of college sports anymore. It's just something that I can't get into. Sometimes I can watch it. Like, if it's like Michigan, then yeah, I'll sit down and watch it. If it's like a big game, like, I don't know, Alabama versus LSU, Bama versus Georgia, Georgia versus Auburn, like, I'll watch the big games, but I'm not really super fan of, like, having to watch Appalachian State take on, like, Trent or Princeton or Navy. But I will say this, though. I do like watching the Army-Navy game, basketball and football. It's actually pretty fun to watch because everyone's into it. Yeah, because, they're 2 military schools going up against each other.
College football for me is really difficult. One, my Huskies, sometimes they're good and sometimes they're awful, and I gauge a lot about that, how much I'm going to enjoy the season by how good they are. Mm-hmm. And second of all, it's the same handful of teams every year, in and out. I just I don't really care. I don't know how like these kids are going to translate to the NFL. It doesn't. Just because you're good in college doesn't mean anything as far as pros.
Yep.
So I'm kind of like you. If there is a big game, you know, Michigan, Ohio State, that's something I might tune in for.
Right.
But the day in, I'm not going to go in front of my couch at 10 in the morning and stay till midnight watching 4 or 5 games. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just something that I'm not into.
No.
And besides, I mean, what can I do with college? I can't do fantasy. I can't bet. I live in Georgia, Bible Belt. God, come on, really? And I have to watch the SEC, and I'm not a big fan of the SEC because.
Well, that goes back to what I said
certain
last
things,
time
you
on
know.
the show. I don't like the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I have to watch all. They're one of the 2 games they're always going to be on, and nothing bores me more than watching a Falcons game.
I'm getting bored right now just talking about them.
Yeah.
I'm yawning, guys. I'm yawning. So, what do you see with the Aaron Rodgers situation? Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Is he going to the Jets?
I think he's going to go for sure. I know he's getting blasted a lot, but I always said I really like Rodgers. He's just kind of trolling everyone, which is great. All these people with a bunch of money and know-it-alls and media heads freaking out, lying, making decisions. You know what? He's doing whatever he wants to do. I respect it, you know. It's on the Packers. They re-signed him last season. Like, you signed up for this again.
Yeah.
It's not his fault necessarily. Like, he knows he has him by the cojones, and he's making them earn it. Like, he's making them work, and you know, it's kind of funny that he does have like a wish list that I just found out today. You know, and they just signed Lazard.
Yeah.
They're trying to get OBJ.
Yeah.
Randall Cobb. You know, it's like gonna be like a Packers light.
So, why would you want Randall Cobb when you can go and grab Alan Thielen? Just because, why? Because you're friends and you want to try to hook your friend up to get him another ring because you think you're going to win another ring?
I would rather have Thielen, but I don't know what the situation, you know, maybe he doesn't want to play there, or maybe they don't have the money. That's one thing it does suck for the Jets or the Packers, though, with Aaron dragging his feet, at least for their organizations, is that he's holding them up while free agency's going, and you can see all these guys getting sucked up, or teams not going to have enough money to do anything here shortly.
Right.
So he is putting them in a bind, but it's not my team. It's not. And if it's not my team, I find it more entertaining than anything. Like, do your thing, Rodgers.
I don't know, man. I look at it this way. For me, Rodgers isn't the quarterback that he once was. I get it. MVP guy. Get it. He's got 1 Super Bowl. He's been phenomenal throughout his whole entire career. I don't see Rodgers being demanding like
Now it came back to me.
Tom Brady.
I don't understand Jet fans that don't want this to happen, though. You're not going to be any good with. He's so much better than pretty much every QB you've ever had in your lifetime. Being a Jets fan, he's going to make you relevant. You're going to be talked about a lot. You've got a good shot at the playoffs. I'm not going to say you're a Super Bowl team, that's for sure. But I mean, what's the alternative at this point?
You stick with Zach Wilson?
Boy.
That's the only, honestly, situation that you got, or you run with
Well,
somebody else in the draft.
Maybe, you know, the Colts looks like they're going to drop Matt Ryan. It'd be someone like that.
You think that Matt Ryan would go to the Jets if they picked him up?
I think Matt Ryan will take a starting job.
But Matt Ryan isn't the quarterback that he once was. He's not it. He's
I'm
not.
just saying if Rodgers doesn't come to him, what's left? I would much rather have Matt Ryan being my starter QB than Zach Wilson and going through that crap again.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Lamar Jackson. He's playing like Matt Ryan's ending his career.
Well,
That's how Lamar Jackson is playing right now.
Matt Ryan is probably looking around, probably still wants to be a starting QB, and his only option would be the Jets at that point. That's why, that's what you're gonna get at this point. Which I don't think is horrible.
Or the Texans. Unless the Texans do get C.J. Stroud, that's different though. But again,
Well, Texans are going to get one of those two guys.
yeah,
Stroud or well, I keep hearing Anthony Richardson out there, so
I think Richardson's gonna go to Oakland, man. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking.
you just got to know that if they're saying he's huge outside but very raw,
Right.
you better have some kind of backup plan. Like, all right, he's going to probably ride the bench for a good while.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
Like, Seattle would be great. Not to bring my team back into this, but it'd be a great spot for him. Put City on Geno for a couple of years. Seattle's still going to be competitive. And then, once that Geno contract comes up, then hand the keys to the rookie. But I don't know about throwing him into day one starter type stuff.
No.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. No. I mean, Rodgers is gonna sign with the Jets. It's already there.
Pretty much there.
I mean, you make this wish list. You ask for Alan Lazard. They sign Alan Lazard for 4 years, $44 million. If that's not a hint to anybody, I don't know what is a hint to you. He made the wish list. This is what I want. This is what I'm getting. Okay, cool. We'll sign Alan Lazard, 4 years, $44 million. But then that leaves Garrett Wilson, OBJ, Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis. That's getting a little bit too stacked. You drafted Jared Wilson for a reason, and now you're adding five receivers to this roster.
I kind of like Adam Lazard if he's not your number one. I think he's good.
Well, I mean, Allen has proved to be a number one receiver, but then you're going to have to put Wilson.
I don't have him on the top tier like Jamar Chase or anything. I would have him more like
top 15, easily top 15.
Lazard top 15.
Easily top 15.
I don't know about that.
You don't think that he's a top 15 receiver in this league?
No.
With the hands, the speed, the route running? What? I put him in top 15 all day. There's okay. So what you're looking at, you're already going to put Stephon Diggs in there. You're going to put Jamar Chase. You're going to put JJ. You're going to put Tyreek. Hold on. You're going to put Waddle in there, but you're not. But you're not going to put him in top 15 scenario.
I don't have him as a top 15 receiver in this league. No.
If all of your first top 15 receivers go first, and you're number 15 coming back in fantasy, are you picking up Lazard? Or are you picking up somebody that you think is better than Lazard under Lazard in technical sport?
Yeah, I would grab someone else.
He's not a top 25? You guys really don't think that he's a top 25?
I think you're going way too high. I think he's a good 2 to 3 receiver, not a 1.
Who's better than him besides the top 10 receivers that are in the league right now?
Who's better than him?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to go through all of them. For the Eagles, you got A.J. Brown.
Well, A.J. Brown is in top 10.
He's not?
He is in top 10.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is borderline top 10.
Over Lazard.
Well, of course.
I started one team. I would take Terry McLaurin over him.
You would take Scary Terry when Scary 100%. Terry.
100% take him over Lazard.
Man, I see Scary Terry. Okay.
His guy. Who is the second guy in the Buffalo?
Gabriel Davis.
I'll take Davis over.
You'll pick Gabriel Davis over Alan Lazard?
100%.
Oh,
he's not even the best receiver on his own team. I'll give it that to the Wade. And we're talking like I had 4 or 5 guys. I even got like I'll throw 2 on Seattle right there. Metcalf and Lockett are both better than him.
I give you that.
Easy. Debo.
Dude, Debo's lazy. I do not see it.
He's not.
Debo proved it to me this year.
Debo is better than Lazard. Come on now.
Last year, I'll give it to you. This year, in 2022, 2023.
I'd rather have Ayuk.
No.
I'd rather have Ayuk over Lazard.
I don't. I would rather have Alan Lazard.
He's not.
I would rather have Alan Lazard.
I ain't even got around the horn yet with all these guys.
Oh, man. Alan Lazard is better than Gabriel Davis.
Like the 35 to 40 range, probably.
Okay.
Oh, your shiny new toy over there, DJ Moore. He's better than Lazard.
Okay. 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards.
I got chat with me anyways.
4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. DJ Moore. Lazard, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards.
Did he even have 1,000?
I think he had 1,000.
Well, let's look.
I think he had 1,000. If I'm wrong, if Alan Lazard did not have 1,000, I will clip this right now.
You're gonna have to clip it. It's not even close. You want to take a
What does he have?
60 catches. That's not even putting
I don't care how many
stratosphere.
touchdowns.
6.
I was close. How many yards?
You said what?
7.
Okay, you're pretty close. Nowhere close on yards. You want to take a guess?
800.
No.
600.
More.
900.
Close to 8.
Okay, 800. Okay.
That's 200 off from 1,000.
But that's him.
In an extra game.
But
With an extra
But
game.
that's him being hurt too, though. I'm just saying, dude. I'm giving Lazard the.
I'm saying he's good, but he's like.
I'm giving him top
35,
15.
40. If I'm in fantasy draft,
This is his third year.
He just drops and drops and drops.
This is his third year.
Cool. Look at Lazard there. I got a bench spot open for him.
Fine.
3 other receivers that are much better now.
Go ahead, but then I'll have that blowout game, and everyone's gonna be like,
Well, it's
Lazard.
cool. Everyone has one good game once in a while.
Yeah. Still putting Lazard at top 15. Still putting him there.
Yeah, 41 yards against your putrid Lions defense.
We help you get to the playoffs. We help you go to the playoffs, and this is the thanks you give. This is the thanks you give. We controlled your playoff spot. We could have said, you know what, guys, let's just start our third string.
I would say it's beneficial for you to win that game.
No, it wasn't. It was beneficial for you guys.
Well, yeah, we made the playoffs, but like, I'm sure that gave you a lot of confidence going forward, right?
Yeah, for the most part. But
You guys played hard when you weren't supposed to win. I'll always be thankful for the Lions for 1 year for that.
no, you're going to be thankful. You're going to be in debt to us, like you said. We're in debt to you now. You're 100% correct. You are in debt. But Alan Lazard will be a top 15 receiver this year.
Listen, when our boys are batting around everyone, we'll help you make the playoffs.
So let's hop. Let's hop on down to John Morant.
All right, listen. This one's called Professional Sports Gun Stupidity.
Yep.
And John Morant, and I'm staying out of this, but I might ask a follow-up question.
Well, I mean, so guys, here's the story, dude. John Morant was seen Instagram Live holding. Gosh. This is like Three Stooges. This is like the Three Stooges. 100% the Three Stooges. He just takes off in the middle of a segment. Just takes right off. All right, guys. So Lazard is crazy talk. Please draft him as a wide receiver 1. Jim, I'm just trying to stir up some stuff, man. Leave me alone. So, anyways, guys.
Don't get back on the Lazard thing. It's not good for your health. I had way too many energy drinks today. It's really a problem. It's coming out real quick.
So John Morant, guys, he was on Instagram Live toting a gun. He was holding it by the grip like this. He wasn't having his finger on the trigger or anything like that. But that's besides the point. I'm not going to give him any credit for that. He did it to himself. You are a basketball icon. You are one of the most hyped players in the league right now. And you pull this stupid stupidity stunt. Send Lazard to the Lions for $100 million. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, if he's a top 15 guy, you want to sign him for 8 years.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Jim.
Would you take Lazard on your team right now?
Yes, I would take it.
Wow.
For 4 years, for $44 million. I mean, I would like it to go to somebody else.
He would be your number 1.
No, we don't.
He would be your number 2.
He would be our number 3. And that would be to be honest with you, Amon St. Brown would probably be like, dude, I'll play the 3. I don't care. I'll get more touches. 100%. All right, cool. Jamison Williams, I'll play the 1 or 2. Lazard's 1 or 2. Easy. Simple. Let's run it. That's a nice wide receiver setup at the Detroit Lions. That would be nice. God, I wish I owned them. I would do it right now. Give me Lazard. I don't want Rodgers. Rodgers can go kick rocks. I'm not a Rodgers fan. I hate Rodgers.
David, you would make the most incredible like fantasy lineup and have like no offensive line. And you're like, but look at the toys I got.
I know. Right? It's like look at the brand new Lamborghini and the boat and the Ferrari and the jet. Anyway, so. And then John Morant does that, and what they're looking into right now is that if Ja brought it on the plane, he's looking at a 50-game suspension. Just off the bat. I mean, Gilbert Arenas did it, and he was suspended from December all the way into the end of the season. And I don't think Arenas has ever made a comeback from that. He did play in the league, but he never made a big comeback like he was supposed to. Ja signs a $193 million deal for 5 years with Memphis, and then it's just to be thrown away. He has apologized to everybody, but then shortly after his little apology, he goes to the strip club and throws $50,000 to have a last hurrah. He is going to go get help. He does apologize to everybody. And look, man, Ja, I wish you the best, man, and I hope that you get the help that you need. But you're not that guy. I'm just going to put that out there, man. You're really not that guy. You're someone that the kids look up to. That's who you are. That's who you play. That's how you go. You don't start doing this pistol play BS that's on the streets. You're an icon. You're a face of the franchise. 100% face of the franchise.
I guess I haven't really been following this story too much. I didn't know he's in a lot of trouble. This is kind of how I view it.
He made my rookie card stumble in stock.
Yeah. He'll have a redemption arc.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, here's what I try to keep in mind, first and foremost, when it comes to rich people throwing millions of dollars and super famous before you're the age of like 25. I don't need to go in my life story about how flipping nuts I was in my early 20s, but if you handed me a ton of money, I probably would have been dead. It's just one of those things.
If I was his age?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And I had the public spotlight on me. I don't know how much trouble I would have been. I would have been in a lot of trouble, probably. Not from drugs or anything, but probably from just partying and drinking too much.
But here's the thing.
Well, I'm just trying to get him a little bit of a break.
I know.
Like, he's making bad decisions. Probably a lot of it comes from the people he grew up with and are still around him and influencing him in the wrong direction.
But he didn't grow up like everyone thinks he did, though.
I'm just saying, like, everyone has to make a choice. I did when I was younger. It's like, here's the friends I've been hanging out with for a long time now, and I need to break this off because you're holding me back. You're not letting me grow up, essentially, keep me in this role.
Yeah.
And I think that happens for everyone. Like, at some point, you're going to have to cut some friends. Like, whether it's just time and distance or filling the same role when you're trying to achieve other things. And I think he's going to come back. He's going to come back hard. He's going to have to take this on the chin. A little humility is probably the best thing to happen for him right now. He's kind of still growing up. But the thing is that he has a magnifying glass on him compared to like most of us who don't.
But do you see LeBron or Giannis or Jimmy Butler doing those weird, crazy stuff? I mean, I see what you're saying. I feel bad for his mental health, but I don't feel bad for the decisions because we all know right from wrong. I'm not going to go into Walmart and start punching people.
I'm not forgiving everything.
Right. No, I know. But
it's just money and his age. I'm more willing to be more forgiving, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, as long as he didn't kill anyone or hurt anyone in particular, that's probably the big thing.
But you're around several people. Someone sees that and takes it as a threat. Like, let's say, for an example, there ended up being a police officer there, off-duty police officer, or something like that along the lines, and you're holding this pistol out in broad daylight on Instagram Live.
Stupidity, man.
I mean, someone's going to take that as, oh, shit, like, this dude's got a gun, like, what's going to... You see what I'm saying?
He's doing, like...
You're just putting your family in jeopardy at that point.
Everyone does make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not...
And his is just magnified to the extreme. I would say if I was trying to advise him, the only thing I'd do, like, man, you need to be very careful who's in your circle right now. they might not have your best interests at heart, or they're trying to keep you in line since you've been homies forever. And
I made millions of mistakes in my life.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to make a million great choices, you know? But I look back at myself and I go, damn, dude, like you did that to yourself. Like you can't blame anybody else but yourself. I can't blame my friends. I know right from wrong.
That realization didn't come at the time. It came afterwards.
It came when I was 22 years old is when I started cutting ties with people. So what I started to do was I cut ties. If I saw you out and about, great. If I didn't see you out and about, it's not going to hurt me because painful pruning brings peaceful fruit. And when I was 22, I realized that the people who I was hanging out with were running around with guns, drugs, all this. It wasn't for me anymore. Dude, I'm 22 years old. So now it's time for me. Yeah, but he's 24, 23 making that type of decision. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, you got to learn how to cut ties.
No, I know, but this is a lesson he's learning hard. And I don't hold it against him because that's a very hard thing to do. Was that on screen?
Yeah.
Write me on. Call me out, man.
This is hilarious.
Hey. As far as we know, this is just apple juice.
I mean, again, dude, look, I understand. I get it. I've made mistakes, but there comes a time where you give a little snotty-nosed brat the toy for crying too much. That snotty-nosed brat is going to still be the brat that it is today.
Well,
you know, like...
He's got to know that he's in some real trouble right now. And I think if he's not going to be able to play basketball, and he's going to have some time to reflect on things.
If I tell you my dog bites and you go to put your hand out to pet the dog and the dog bites you, whose fault is that? The dog or the human? The humans. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not...
Unfortunately for Ja, in my opinion... The thing that sucks is that he should not be missing basketball games because the way he plays basketball on his size, he's not a dude that we're going to be talking about when he's 40. He's just not. He's not going to be one of those LeBron types that are going to be there day in, day out. Like, he might flame out kind of like how Derrick Rose is.
I think he's going to be a Derrick Rose or a Damian Lillard.
More like, no, Lillard's better than both.
Well, I know, but injury-wise, like... He's there, he's hot, he's awesome, and then he's hurt and he's not there. No one talks about him. He comes back for a couple of games, he gets hurt again, he's not there. That's Damian Lillard. Leonard is injury prone. Like, it's shown, it's known.
Yeah, I'm just saying his style of basketball is not conducive to someone that's going to be around this league for a long time.
Well, Damian Lillard is a monster. Size. Yeah, dude, Dame is a monster.
I think the thing that really hurts is him not playing.
Yeah.
He really needs some playoff experience, and he might be sitting it all out this year.
Yeah. Well, they honestly could have won the whole thing if Jordan Poole didn't push him in the back. I mean, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that's besides the point. Well, Karsten, let's talk about baseball, man. What do you got?
It isn't much, but let's just give kudos to baseball. I'm going to do it every damn time I can. Those that are resistant to change or foolish, I don't get to hang out at the ballpark for an extra 20, 30 minutes. Cool. Are you going to 162 games? Do you watch it on TV? If you can save me 30 minutes of people grabbing their crotches and stuff, that's basically what it's rounded to. Saving games that are from 3 hours down to 2.5. Perfect. Like, that is what you need in a day and age where we all got computers and video games and all this stuff. Baseball needs to speed it up. And it finally, after dragging their feet for years and years, I feel like I've finally done the right thing. Not only that time's down 30 minutes right now, scoring is up too. Yeah. So this is great for baseball. It really might bring them back into national conversation after this season's concluded. If it plays out how I think it's going to. Where generally when people talk, it's just NFL or NBA. Right. You don't, unless you're... unless you grew up with baseball, and I can have a conversation with you about baseball, but most people, you talk about baseball.
Dude, we sat there, when me and Karsten first met, guys, we literally talked an hour and a half about basketball. Then when he came to the show, when we started this, me and him literally sat on the phone, I think it was for 2.5 hours, just talking baseball. Just because baseball is American sport. But I love what they're doing with baseball now because... Not only is it going to speed up the game, but it's going to be super funny to
No
watch.
shifts,
Yeah.
Balls going to the middle, more stolen bases.
Yep.
Everything I loved about baseballs in the 80s and early 90s is basically what they're trying to bring back right now. No, I mean, like, to me, home runs are cool. But if it's only a home run or a strikeout and that's the only results you're getting, basically, or a walk, kind of dilutes, you know? What's really cool is to have a dude hit a single, get on base. Do you know how much pressure you start putting on the pitcher once you get on first base? Now he's got to worry about you stealing the second,
Yep.
and it makes him.
And now the time clock's there. Yep.
This is what they need. They don't need a guy sitting around 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Actually, it's like a couple minutes to make a decision what they're going to throw. Baseball, just throw it in there. Let the results. You got great defense now. I think defense is even more important.
Yeah.
Like, can't shift, can't move. Now I've seen a loophole in spring training where it's only the infield shit that they cut down, not the outfield.
Right.
I think Gallo was up for a bat earlier this year in the spring training, and they brought the left fielder all the way to right field. So they still they gotta say that the outfield can't shift as well. But you know what? I think it's fine with leaving the infield with no shift, but in outfield, I think you can shift.
Yeah.
Because it's so big. And if anyone can learn how to pull a hit and hit it over to left field, there's no dude over there.
Yeah.
You're getting a triple. Edgar Martinez.
But I mean,
get the third base.
But I mean, like, you could always put the second baseman in the outfield. It's technically not a shift. So you could put your left fielder over to right field and have the triangle effect, but then you could take your second baseman and just kind of put him over top of that corner.
I think they did the right thing by just the infield.
Yeah.
It's the difference between short and second.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't put two dudes on one side.
Yep.
And that makes so much more valuable second base of defense now. It's awesome. Anyways, the guy that is taking massive advantage of the new pitch clock is Matt Scherzer. And if you haven't seen it, I don't have a clip for you today, but go look up Matt Scherzer, like Mind Games. Well, that's what I call it, but you'll see it. He's really learned how to manipulate the clock where the batter only gets one timeout. He gets one timeout to raise his hand and be like, hey, I'm stepping back, catch my breath, or I need to readjust. You can't do it again during the whole at bat. So what Scherzer's doing is making these guys stand stiff for more than 4 or 5 seconds, where they make their timeout, so they step back. Scherzer stands in his stance, ready to pitch the ball while the guy's adjusting, and as soon as he gets back in the batter's box, he's launching this pitch.
Yep.
He is manipulating the timing of the batter. Now it's going to take a little bit of time for the batters to catch up, but it's really cool. Like, if you're ace, like Scherzer's going to have he might be I can see him doing this if he's still got the goods, winning a Cy Young just from like screwing around.
Max Scherzer winning a Cy Young award.
I think that's a possibility this year.
I will agree with you on that after watching the spring training and watching him just kind of give him their second, and then all of a sudden they go to hop in the box, their foot is in, and their hand is already out here to bring the bat in, and they come in for and the bats and the ball's already coming, and then he just gotta, it's
really cool. Like the batters will figure it out or know a little better how to approach it, but right now, someone like Scherzer is so far ahead of the batters with just the mind games. Not only to mention his stuff's filthy still. He's at 41, 42. So I think that's really cool. I think this just adds more to the game. And I just wanted to give one shout out since I have this very small platform here, but
I have a very small platform.
Jared Kelenic from the Mariners, high prospect from the Mets. We traded for Edwin Diaz as part of that deal. Not doing so hot the last couple of years, but he's coming out firing, boys. 26 at bats. He's hitting 462 right now, 4 homers and 8 RBIs and 2 stolen bases.
That's amazing.
Let's go.
So, you know I'm hot on this guy, Jason Dominguez. You hear me talk about him all the time. Everybody hears me talk about Jason. Jason Dominguez is having a killer spring training as well. The last time I looked, it was 5 home runs. I think it was 12 RBIs or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my dome, but
we haven't talked about this, but how do you feel about the World Baseball Classic? Like, it's going.
I like the idea.
I mean, the idea, but like, it's almost an afterthought right now. Like, still no one's talking. Obviously, football has gotten so big with their free agency and stuff. It just pushing away a lot of stuff right now. But looks like America's good.
Yeah.
They've been crushing some people.
O'Shea Ohtani is over there in Japan, and he just cranked one 2 nights ago. Killer home run.
He's a future American.
Dude, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's a future stay right where he's at in Los Angeles.
Oh, is he horrible for his whole career?
Los Angeles.
Ask Trout how that's been going for the last 14 years.
Los Angeles is going to build around him.
Mike Trout, I don't think he's made the playoffs.
Mike Trout isn't the greatest, isn't even, okay, well, he's a good baseball player.
Stop it.
He's a good baseball player.
Stop it. Don't make another Lazard take.
I'm not. I'm not.
Mike Trout's not even a top 40 baseball player.
You don't think he's a top 40 baseball player?
No, I think he's one of the best of all time.
God dang, dude, that's what I was going to say. Mike Trout is literally probably one of the best baseball players. I mean,
it's unfortunate for baseball that he doesn't care about being a superstar.
He doesn't. It's so weird. All he cares about is playing the game. It's not.
But it does not elevate the sport. He's not Michael Jordan, but he has.
If I'm Mike Trout, I'm calling up the Dodgers and saying, trade for me. I want to win.
Well, he's never going to win as an Anaheim Angel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Los
Angeles Angels. What a crappy franchise.
You're so salty all the time about that. Why are you so mad about the Angels being from Los Angeles or from being Anaheim to Los Angeles? What's so wrong about that?
They're just trying to make their market value higher. You're part of like SoCal over there. What is it, Orange County? So they're off a little bit from LA. They marketed themselves as Anaheim. And then like, hey, that isn't good enough. We got to be the Los Angeles Angels. We can't be we're just going to ride the Dodgers' coattails.
It wasn't good enough. That's hilarious that you say that.
And I bet you anything, it's like 90-10 Dodger fans compared to Angel fans. It's just kind of the same things as Knicks and Nets.
I got you. All right.
They're I just...
okay.
Screw them. And they've done a really good job about being bad for a long time. So kind of the Astros is more up my crawl lately. But before the Astros came in hard recently, Angels have always been my least favorite baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is I don't really have one.
You don't have a... Okay, so let's just do this real quick because we'll get your reaction.
Go ahead.
Detroit White Sox. They're playing.
Detroit's versus the White Sox?
Yeah.
Okay. Detroit all day. I don't hate them.
Okay.
I only hate Green Bay.
Cleveland?
No, I hate Green Bay. I hate the Bears. I hate...
You don't dislike any of the baseball
I hate
wins?
the Chicago
The Royals?
Blackhawks. No.
It's just gonna be
I'll tell you.
Crap.
I'll tell you who. I'll tell you who I used to dislike. The Yankees.
And you got converted.
My wife is a Yankees fan. That's the only reason why I like them. I don't like the Yankees because they're like the Dallas Cowboys. They think that they're going to win every damn year, and you don't. Well, now that I like the Yankees, but I don't like Derek Jeter. I'm sick of hearing him. If you guys watched two or three shows ago, I talked the reason why I don't like him. It's not that I don't like him as a person. I'm just sick of hearing him. It's like Sidney Crosby. I'm sick of it. It's like Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys because you won't shut up about them. Oh, yeah, we're going to win. Who that? Who that? No, you ain't that. No.
Well, the Cowboys are annoying for exactly what he said. I don't need to hear every offseason that they're going to win the Super Bowl. It's very annoying as a
And
fan.
Stephen A. Smith, I'm about to cancel him. I swear to God, if I hear him say one more time, the Dallas Cowboys are made to... No, I swear I'm going to cancel him.
Steven is always rooting against the Cowboys. That's kind of his shtick. It's more like, to me, it's like listening to Skip Bayless. And why would you, by the way?
Can't stand Skip.
Why would you? You know, like, I think his YouTube video with Shannon came on earlier today, and we were talking about Cowboy free agency, and I was like, who cares?
Yep. Yeah. I'm sick of hearing it. Really am.
Do something.
Yep.
And I'm always rooting against you not doing something, but do something.
Yep.
Finally come back with some moxie. Do something.
Yeah, dude, come back with some facts. Tell me what the Cowboys are going to try and do better. Don't tell me the reason why they're going to win the Super Bowl is because they have this, and this. No. Tell me what they're going to do better. You just keep naming players.
Yeah.
Those players have been on that squad for the past 3 years that you guys have been saying it. Dak Prescott. Dak hasn't done anything for you. Why do you still have him? How are you going to improve Dak Prescott? How are you going to improve CeeDee Lamb? How are you going to improve to get CeeDee Lamb some help on the wide receiver side?
Maybe they
Explain.
just got the wrong guy. Admit it.
But explain why Dallas is going to do X, Y, and Z. Like you're only naming players. You're not telling me the whole sole reason why.
I think the one year that they had legit opposite what you're saying is when they had, I think it was Dak's first year, because they had that super offensive line, and they knew that Zeke was brand new.
They had Amani Cooper.
We're going to run it down your throat, and Dak had all the time in the world because he had the best offensive line. That was probably their best go at it.
They had Amani Cooper. They had Michael Gallup. They had CeeDee Lamb. And you're still telling me with Ezekiel Elliott, with the best offensive line that you have and the defense you had, you still couldn't do it?
I was scared last offseason, though. Very scared because apparently Jimmy Johnson and the owner of, we all know his name, the owner of Cowboys.
Jones.
Jerry Jones, okay. They handshaked and made up, and I was like, shoot. Did they break the curse?
He said, shoot, did they break the curse? Nah.
No. We're all good. We're all good.
Yep.
They're going to be irrelevant forever. They're not irrelevant because they still get talked about. What's the equivalent? Be like someone talking about the Tennessee Titans all the time. You're like, shut up.
They do that because of Henry. Our friend, what's his name? What's our friend's name? John.
John.
Gosh. Well, the Titans did this, the Titans did that. You're still not going to win, damn it. Stop.
You know what? I always give John credit, though.
Oh, yeah.
Super passionate about
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, even though I'm like, oh, cool, he's like telling me he's going to stomp my team's teeth out every year.
Mm-hmm.
He's in it.
He's in it.
He's like, taking the best positive attributes and blasting it on.
My boy Billy is the same way, man, with the Titans, the Tennessee, the whole entire Tennessee organization, bro. Like, you guys crack me up. Y'all kill me, you know.
Can we still just be the Tennessee Oilers? Can we just
can we just change it back, please, already?
There's probably oil in Tennessee, right? So bring back the geyser. Bring out those baby blues and whites and a little red on there. They look awesome.
Yeah.
You got this crappy Titan with the sword on the helmet. You guys always annoy me. Black and this blue and white, like
baby blue.
You look like
flipping
an
teal.
Team. You look like an XFL team.
Yeah.
You don't look appropriate.
Well, we all can say that about Seattle too.
Hell no.
Here we go.
It's unfair because David's got all the things to show you.
Here we go.
Look at Seattle's retro that they're going to be wearing this year. It is phenomenal. I would say one of the best jerseys in the planet.
What is it?
Seattle Seahawks. Look for like the 90s jerseys, and I'm sure there's a bunch of remakes from it. Phenomenal.
Seahawks, what is it called?
Just like 90s jerseys. Uniforms right there. They got more updated ones. Kind of like how the Madcap one is.
All right, guys. Let's take a look at this. You're talking about the Metcalf one?
So this would be an updated version of it, which still looks pretty badass. But this is the Ricky Waters right here.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I wish they would go back. I really do.
I like the color blue, but the helmet, I mean,
love
come
the
on.
silver and blue, man.
I don't know.
They do it better in the Lions.
We always find a way to screw something up. This is one of them. We always find a way, guys. We always find a way. But, so let's hop into the free agency talk.
Anyways, yeah, baseball, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's go.
NFL free agency, Karsten. We got it. We're here. We understand it. We're seeing it. It's all happening. Karsten, start us off with the first one.
Well, this isn't more of a free. Some of these aren't like straight up free agency signings. It could be a trade or a re-sign.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey going to Miami Dolphins. What's your thoughts?
I like it. For a third-round pick, the number 77th overall pick, I like it. But how many years left does Jalen Ramsey have? How many years left?
I think he gave you a good 2 to 3 years of being close to the top 10 guy. He's not number one no more, though. Not the best in the league. He's not that guy.
So let's look at their defense. Chubb.
Miami?
Yeah, Miami has Chubb. Xavier Howard.
Well, Xavier, so that's a good 1-2 punch.
Xavier Howard. Then you have Jalen Ramsey. Then they have the young stud, Howard? No.
You just said that. Hang on. Let me help you out. They got Chubb from Denver.
Yes.
That was part of the trade. That's how Denver has a first round this year.
Yes. Bradley Chubb.
They got Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard. That's the other one.
But they have someone like Keenan.
Javon Holland is his name. Javon Holland is his name. That's who I'm trying to think of. They have Javon Holland. That's a stacked secondary.
I would say it's stacked as compared to having Xavier and Jalen now. The other guys, maybe like a nickel.
Well, Holland is a safety. But here's the thing, though. Holland is a ball hawk, but you have Nick Chubb at the pass rush. It's a solid 4-stack defense right there. I know that there's 11 players on the field, but that's a fantastic pickup. I give Miami an A for this pickup.
I'm not sold on that quite as much. My reason being is that the Rams obviously dumped him for money.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to, they mortgage their future with trading for Ramsey and Matt Stafford and basically building a Super Bowl roster in like 1 year. Now that this is the term that's been thrown out there a million times, I guess I get to say it now, the deal comes due. So the Rams have to they cleared off Bobby Wagner, Lloyd. They got rid of him and Ramsey, so it's just like they're turning the roster over.
Bobby Wagner is probably going to go back to Seattle, maybe, hopefully.
I hope so. I kind of agree with something I heard earlier today. It's more like it's really great to have 2 great corners, but it depends how much money you're spending on it, right? Mm-hmm. You need the one guy. You need the one guy that can go up against Diggs. You need the one guy.
Xavier Howard is the one.
But do you necessarily need the second guy to be an all-pro super? Like, it does help. Don't get me wrong. But to me, the relationship between the defensive line and the secondary go hand in hand. If my defensive line doesn't put pressure on the QB, then there's not as many interceptions.
So
and vice versa.
Perfect scenario. If you put Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard on a completely different team, okay, you have to go up against Tyreek and Waddle. Okay, those are 2 top 10 wide receivers right there, right? Then you go down.
Tyreek for Hill, for sure.
Yeah.
Waddle's close.
Right. So then you go up to San Francisco. You look at Debo and Brandon Ayuk. I mean, they even have George
Yeah,
Kittle,
no,
but
I'm not
do you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I would
I
rather
see what you're
have
saying.
two of the top.
I get it. But isn't that maybe sucking up a little too much money to maybe help get an extra defensive tackle, or help your offensive line? Is this money is allocated to stacking one position, which doesn't work in football necessarily?
No, because look at the Chargers. The Chargers went out and got a bunch
I think
of.
an ideal as far as defense is you want one awesome dude at each level of your defense. So you have one great defensive lineman, you have one great linebacker, and you have one great secondary guy.
So, yes, I do agree with you on that in some aspects of it, but look
I just say
at...
you don't want to tie up too much money into one spot. Regardless of what I'm saying right now, Ramsey's going to help him quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's no getting around that. And if he gets to go guard the second guy and Howard's taking the first, I'm sure it's probably going to be reversed, but it doesn't matter. Obviously, it's going to help a lot.
Oh.
It's more like, does the Dolphins have enough pass rush to make that matter?
With Bradley Chubb, yes, because you remember what they did with Brian Urlacher and the Bears, Khalil Mack and the Bears. They had one rusher. One. Then if you look at J.J. Watts and Clowney, that was a monster edge.
Here's how I think of it. It reminds me of old Tecmo Bowl. Back in the day, Super Tecmo Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's really cool to have these guys. It's awesome. But with like Tua, yeah, he's flipping awesome if he's healthy. But as we go over a lot of this, the guys that can't stay on the field don't do you any good. It's like having Barry Sanders on Tecmo Ball. Man, I would crush people for 4 or 5 games, and every time after I use them too much, he's on the IR.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
Because you're overworking the horse.
Yeah, like...
But now that I have 3 of the better defensive players, I can give Ramsey a break. I can give Howard a break. I can give Devon Holland a break.
I like the roster that they built. It's very flashy, very top end, high end talent. They got some good guys in between. But the most important part is Tua. It has to be. And if he can't stay on the field, none of this matters.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. They got Mike White.
Yeah, they did. But I also look at it this way too. So let's take the Chargers at face value. Chargers got J.C. Jackson. They got Darwin James. They got a couple other defensive players. They all went down super early in the year. All of them did. They weren't doing bad. I think what the league is now moving towards is starting super teams.
Well, I think...
And if you look at the Patriots, that's the best standpoint.
I think it's actually going a little bit off. Hey, if I can't get a top 5 QB, then I'm better off drafting a rookie QB on a low contract and trying to make everything around it better than what it was without the QB.
Right.
And you see that with the Niners and the Eagles are pretty good. Now, Jalen Hurts was really good this year, so that's kind of a murky take, but like...
But look at the Eagles. The Eagles have a super team.
The idea is that you have a ready-made team minus the QB, and as long as he's average like Brock Purdy, you can make it work.
But
you got skill, and I see Dolphins kind of like that. They got everything around it.
So
now you're just waiting on this one dude. Can you stay on the field? Can you not get another concussion? If he gets another concussion,
he's out.
Back out there, gets another one. If he gets 2 even next year, his NFL career will be over. Literally, it'd be like, you can't go back out there, buddy. Like,
but Jay Cutler did it. Jay Cutler had 6 of them throughout his whole entire career.
I get that. He probably had more than that.
Probably.
That wasn't CTE when Cutler was playing. It wasn't emphasized as much as it is now.
It wasn't talked about. Now it's talked about all the time.
But it wasn't like, hey, back in the day, even like as early as like 2010, if you got hit in the head, and it's just like, go out there, man. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just like, Miami's got the keys. I think they could make an awesome run at the playoffs, even maybe a Super Bowl. But as soon as Tua gets in any kind of trouble, it won't matter. You got Jalen or Nancy. It won't.
I mean, look at the super teams. 49ers, super team, whether you want to agree with me or not. Eagles, super team, whether you want to agree with me or not. Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes didn't have the greatest receivers. He didn't. No. He didn't. Don't try to act like that he had the greatest receivers. He had Travis Kelce, and he had his defense. Jim said, what was Seattle's record that year in the 90s?
Oh, we were horrible in the 90s. Horrible. Nothing will make me more mad than tell me about. Everyone brings up Marshawn and why he didn't run the ball in the Super Bowl. Yes, that was horrible. One that never gets brought up, and the reason instant replays even in the NFL is that the last game of the 98 season, 97, I want to say right there. Vinny Testaverde, Seahawks, Jets. Seattle makes the playoffs if they win this game. I think the Jets make the playoffs if they win this game. And it gets down to the fourth and goal. Testaverde, QB scramble. Here's the, it's like, here's the end zone. Falls about 2 yards short. Gets up and goes in the end zone and spikes the ball. And the rest are like, yeah! Touchdown! And I'm like, no, my Seahawks are going to be choked out of this thing. And they were like, that was such an egregious call. We got to bring in replay in the league. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That shit's.
It does, man.
I don't really have anything to that.
Well, it's just like the Lions.
Things that just always piss me
It's
off.
just like the Lions. The Lions get screwed over all the time. Calvin Johnson versus the Bears. Catches the ball, sets the ball down on the ground. What's next? Golden Tate versus the Falcons. 1 yard line. He's in the end zone. They say that he's not in the end zone. We get screwed all the time. We get the worst penalties. Aaron Rodgers, for an example. This is the best one. There was pass interference in the end zone on that Hail Mary. There was holding calls. There was 3 of them that they didn't call. There was also clipping and pushing in the back while they were trying to get Aaron Rodgers. It's just, dang it, referees, you suck.
I think this should be very clear to the viewer right now is that me and David are still fans. First and foremost, it's never going to get that bias out of our team. Yes, my team's been screwed over a gazillion times. Go watch the 2005 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Horrible officiated game.
I mean, it's just the same thing when it was the Patriots versus the Falcons. Why didn't the Falcons run the ball? You had the 2 best.
Super Bowl, right? The Philly and Chiefs, and we had that. Was it offsides or something? Some 4th down penalty.
Oh yeah, it was holding on
which they
Bradbury.
Hadn't been calling anything all game, and it comes right at the end. If I was a Philly fan, I would have lost my damn mind.
Yep, I'm surprised that these refs have to go into hiding after the Super Bowl games if the calls are not called. That's for sure. Especially with the Eagles, man. Y'all are. Whew.
Back in the Roman days, they would have
yeah, they were throwing him in the pit of hell. Yeah. Here's a lion, here's a tiger, here's a bear. Oh, my. All right, guys, let's move on. Alan Lazard, top 15 wide receiver.
Unbelievable.
Alan Lazard signs a 4-year deal, $44 million to the Jets.
So what happens if Rodgers doesn't go there? Oops.
Oh, sorry, Lazard. I didn't want you on the Green Bay. I didn't want you back, man. I wanted Adam Thielen, so I got Alan Thielen.
I thought I was getting Rodgers.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like the 3rd wheel.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah, your friend's girlfriend's not that much into you, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree, dude. That's hilarious that we said it at the same time. That's so funny.
How you doing? She's not interested. It's like you're having one. Need some more alcohol.
Jarrett Stidham goes to the Broncos. I think that this is just a bold move on Denver's side to
Okay, I actually really...
Wilson, you better be ready.
The reason I haven't put Stidham on this list is I can't... To me, it's like gamesmanship. It's like... Well, I think they do need a legit backup to Wilson because who knows with him at this point. I mean, what do you think for Wilson next year? Is he great? Do you know?
If Wilson doesn't perform in the next 3 games, dude, they're going to bench him and start him.
I don't think 3 games are going to pull the leash on it. It'd be more like
100%.
we're 1-6. Then you pull it.
If we're 0-3, I'm pulling him. And Mr. Walmart bought the Denver Broncos. You don't think that they're not going to sit here and care? Psh, whatever, dude. I'm a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Go ahead and sit down. I'll pay you still for it.
I don't think anyone, we'll get to it, I don't think anyone cares more about winning right now than the Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
That owner is in very impatient right now.
I'm the same way. I look at it this way. I would have traded the first-round pick for DJ Moore. I would have done that. Because now I have an opportunity to go and grab a quarterback. But here's the problem, though. You have Matt Corral that you thought was going to be your franchise quarterback. Now you go ahead and you say, sorry, Matt, you're no longer that. We're going to get somebody else. This is who we're going to pick up. You picked up Matt Corral for that reason, because Matt got hurt one time, tore his ACL, and now you're going to go ahead and go off of him? I don't know. I agree, though. I want to win. I want to win now. I don't want to wait.
I get it. There's a fine line of, do we push it now or do we wait? You know, like, and I get the aggressiveness in football. You got to be aggressive. Look at the I hate it, but the Niners are a great example about, and the Rams. If the whole goal is to win the Super Bowl, the Rams did it perfectly. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're going to stock up on super talent. It might screw us for a couple of years, but hey, we're going to have a title. And I do respect it if you do it the wrong way.
Yep.
Not only you don't get any benefits from going crazy, it screws you over the next 5 or 6 years.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, what Carolina's done, anyways, is a big swing. But I like that Denver took a stand on this. Just to the, like, if we were in a fantasy league and, like, there's only, like, 4 QBs left, why don't we just take them off the board real quick?
Yep.
And you're like, we didn't even play. Like, do we do the hypotherapy? Like, what if Rodgers doesn't go to? He says, "Hey, I'm good. I'm staying in Green Bay." What's the Jets do? You got maybe Matt Ryan that's being released here. You can't even get a Stidham. He's gone. You can't get a Mike White. Your own backup's gone.
Nope.
You're stuck with. Ooh, Zach Wilson would not. If I was a Jets fan and I knew we were starting the season with Zach Wilson, I'm out. I'm out immediately. Like, we're not going to win anything. So what do you do? Like, they're all in on Rodgers. And I kind of like that if you were trying to screw over another team, let me grab some of these backups.
Yep.
Who's the backup? This is for Drew Lock. They might have a Drew Lock starting for him, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Well, I'll look at it this way. Rodgers goes to the Jets. Is it time just to give up? No. If he doesn't go to the Jets, is it time for them to give up?
Well, I don't say you give up, but your options are so limited now.
I'm happy with the Alan Lazard pickup.
Well, that just says that they're listening to what Rodgers wants.
Bathroom break.
Yes. I told you. Fast and Furious.
All right. Well, I'll talk about Jimmy G. God, guy got to pee every single time. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Sorry, guys. We're having some real technical difficulties today. Our mics aren't working. Cameras aren't going just as we planned. So coming up here pretty soon, we're going to start getting new equipment now. And it's only been a year. So those mics went out in 1 year. It's crazy how the mics just decided to go out. Anyways, man, Jimmy G going to the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Man, I really like this pickup. Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Jacoby Meyer, Josh Jacobs might be coming back. They don't have Darren Waller anymore. Darren Waller went over to the Giants. I really like this pickup. Do I think that the Raiders are now going to be a playoff contending team? Yes, absolutely. I think they're going to be a playoff contending team. Just like how I think that if the Jets pick up Aaron Rodgers is most definitely going to be a playoff contending team, 100%. 100%. There's no going about it.
That's why they need it.
Right. Now, you shouldn't have got rid of...
So when's the last time the Jets made the playoffs? 2008?
Roughly.
With Mark Sanchez?
Yeah. Sanchez wasn't...
If I was on a 14-year NFL playoff drought, and you're sitting here worrying about your future Jet fans, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm just saying, like, I would be over the moon to get Rodgers on my team for 1 year, maybe 2. Don't tell me about, like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be your long term. Get me to the damn playoffs for once. It's 14 years of not making, which is essentially easy for a lot of teams to do all the damn time. We see teams come from bottom to the top all the time in football, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. So for me to hear people that are Jets fans, well, I don't know, we got a young team and blah, blah, blah. It don't mean squat. It don't mean squat. You've got to make the playoffs. Rodgers is more likely going to get you to the playoffs, at least, you know.
Yeah.
You never know when he gets in there, too. So, to me, like, to go, I don't want Rodgers. Well, then what do you want, man? Like, you want our franchise QB? Well, that means you're going to be tanking or losing for the next couple of years just to get the shot that Rodgers is going to bring you anyways. Jets fan, you don't have a Super Bowl team yet.
Yeah.
Even without Rodgers, you don't have a team that's going to line up against Kansas City and win the Super Bowl.
I agree.
Try to make the playoffs first. And your best bet is with Rodgers. There, I finally got it off my chest the way I wanted to.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's just like... If I was Seattle and hadn't made the playoffs in 14 years, I would be dying for someone like Rodgers.
Yep.
I'll take his baggage. It's not my money. It's not my money, fans. It's not my money. You know, like, I'm not getting paid to run the Jets. I'm not getting paid to run the Packers. If you're a sports fan, you want to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
It's a ticket to try to win the Super Bowl. And you never know what happens once you're in there.
Yeah.
And to be like, well, I don't want this because he might cause problems later on. Well, you haven't proved that you were going to make it there anytime soon anyways. It's just a dumb argument. Like, you should really want Rodgers, and you're probably praying he's going to be on your team soon.
Yep.
Because you're going to be stuck with someone probably worse than Jared Stidham.
Well, there's been a lot of moves. Stephon Gilmore.
Did he go to Jimmy G?
Yep.
Don't love it.
Why not?
Don't love it.
You don't love the Jimmy G?
No.
Why?
He's kind of on that same level as Tua, super brittle. Like, he takes one more hit. Like, how many more? So, you get Jimmy G, and let's say there's 17 games times 3 is whatever that's going to be, like 56, 60-some games. They supposedly had that contract for.
Yeah.
And he's going to play like 20 of them.
I think that
Jimmy G makes them probably in the worst sport part. He's going to put them in that spot where it's the worst place to be. Not bad enough to get a great pick, and not good enough to make the playoffs. I see the Raiders literally as a 7 to 8 win team.
No.
Yes.
No.
He was coddled as a Niner. Absolutely coddled. He had everything you could possibly want.
When he played for the Patriots, fantastic. Tom Brady goes down.
He is a stiff dude. He's not going to be running around. He ain't going to do nothing.
Bro, I think Jimmy is going to make this team look beautiful. Derek Carr couldn't do it. Jimmy G is a different animal.
I think Carr's better than him. Yeah.
Than Jimmy?
Yeah.
For real?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know, man. You can't do anything with Devontae Adams, man. Let's bite our tongue and let's see what happens with Jimmy G.
And draft the QB. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, and then Jimmy's going to be the mentor. But here's the thing, though.
Yeah,
and Anthony Richards is going to go to Las Vegas. And this is what's going to happen. Jimmy is going to show him the ropes. Jimmy is a teacher. Jimmy is going to put this team
to do squat the next
No, he's going to grab it and put that team on his back, and he's going to hustle up that damn mountain. I'm telling you.
I got Vegas in dead last.
If they don't get rid of Devontae Adams.
Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
You think the Broncos are going to be ahead of the Raiders?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, my God. Not a chance.
Easy.
Chargers aren't going to be nothing this year. They're not.
I disagree.
They're not. They are not. They're not going to be what everyone thinks they're going to be. They're about to lose Austin Eckler. Eckler's going to go somewhere else.
You know who they did lose, though, David?
Who?
Justin Herbert.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
It proves.
It's all about your QB. And that's the exact reason why I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo I actually tried to go for it. I tried to go for it.
I tried to go for it.
Go watch last year if you want to pull up your show and go real. Look at David trying to pronounce that name. And I've always been like, I'm going to call him Jimmy G. Like, I'm just not going to go for it. And I went for it and I butchered it. Jimmy G is only going to make them a 7 to 8-win team. I don't think they made the playoffs.
He said I butchered it. I'm telling you this right now. Derek Carr couldn't do it with Devontae.
You probably had the Bears in the Super Bowl.
No, I don't.
DJ Moore, look at him. He was the number 1 in Carolina. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, perfect. Let's hop around. Let's hop to DJ Moore.
All right.
You're telling me that the Bears are not going to be a contender. You have Moore at number 1. You have Chase Claypool at 2. And you have Darnell Mooney in the slot. Darnell Mooney is going to be so fast that he's going to split those safeties in cover 4, which that's what half of the defenses run when you have somebody as explosive and speedster like DJ Moore. DJ Moore. I'm so sorry to bring this up to everybody, but the Bears are going to have an awesome wide receiver core. You guys can shake your head like this all day long. The Bears finally have a wide receiving core to put Justin Fields on the map. So now listen to what I'm about to say here. Chase Claypool at the number 2. Slant short routes, ins and outs. DJ Moore. You're pretty much putting Moore over there for the illusion that we're going to pass him the ball. He's the decoy. Darnell Mooney is going to be running slants and 9s. He's going to be running those fly routes. That's going to give DJ Moore and Claypool to be open more. So what I look at this as is the greatest.
Rolling out and running the ball like always. I'm not sold on Fields.
I think that. So what you're so you're more sold on Lamar Jackson than you are Fields because they're 100%. Both pretty much the same damn player. Just one is smaller than the other.
I take Lamar every day.
One has an MVP that shouldn't have been deserving to him because how he got it he got it because he was a running quarterback. It's not because he was a passing quarterback. It's because he was a running elusive quarterback and he broke 1,000 yards for a damn quarterback. That's not impressive.
What?
We've seen it for years. It's not impressive.
Not impressive either.
I'm not saying what Fields has done is impressive, but this year is going to be impressive. It's going to be impressive this year.
You know what Fields accomplished this year? The worst record.
Being right, but they got there because of 2 reasons. Lovie Smith needs to have a statue in front of the Bears organization because he went for the 2-point conversion to drop from the number 1 seed to the number 2 seed. The Bears need to thank him for that and put a damn statue in front of their building.
They probably should.
100%. Because of why? Because Lovie Smith took the 2nd overall pick instead of going, all right, guys, let's go out there and do whatever you want to do.
I think the people look at the Bears and they go, that's a big market Chicago team, and they should be good once in a while, and they're usually not. They don't do the right thing. They don't know how to do anything on offense. They've never proven that. Mm-hmm. Is Jim McMahon their best QB of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Dude, Jay Cutler has nothing on them.
Cutler wasn't bad, but if you go number 2, it's probably Cutler.
Probably Cutler.
So who says that they got Fields right, other than he runs around sometimes?
I'm telling you this right now. He's going to scramble, and one of those 3 guys are going to get open, and he is going to cut his scrambling down from 75% of the time down to 40% of the time.
Here's what I think. I think those draft picks that they got from Carolina are 100 times more important than having DJ Moore.
I don't...
They have so many holes on that team. It's not like I brought in DJ Moore to be the final piece. That no one's gonna say that. That team's a wreck. It just is. You're not the worst team in the flipping NFL.
Who, the Bears?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. But are they now with the puzzle pieces on paper? Look at it on paper though and tell me.
So they're gonna go and win 9 to 10 more games this year with DJ Moore.
So how do you see?
And a bunch of rookies that they just drafted.
How do you see the NFC North panning out?
Lions. I think the Lions.
Lions number 1.
I think the Lions are the best team in that division.
We always find a way to screw it up. Every single year, the Lions screw it up.
That says something to that division.
I'm putting the Vikings, the Bears, the Lions, Green Bay.
I got the Bears still in dead last.
Everyone knows that I'm a Lions fan, but I can't put my eggs in one basket.
I think Moore is a good player. Not a great player, a good player. And they got draft picks. You still don't have.
So who won the trade, Bears or Panthers?
Oh, I would say the Bears for sure. It's the draft picks they got back. I'm not fighting the trade. I think that the Bears won that as far as they got a lot of ammo in the future to go with something. But if you tell me the Bears are going to make the playoffs because of this trade this year, no. No.
But I'm keeping a secret weapon in my pocket.
What's that?
I'm keeping 2 of them. One of them is David Montgomery. He's going to come back healthy, full, ready to go. Then my other pocket, here, let me pull out the first pistol. Now let me show you double barrel. Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet is a strong tight end.
It doesn't matter. Justin Fields, until he proves something other than being the worst team in the NFL.
He's gonna win the game opener.
Fall is the thing I keep saying is the fantasy numbers. Yes, Fields is amazing. He's gonna.
But we're not talking about fantasy now. We're talking fantasy.
Cole Kmet was supposed to be the breakout fantasy player of the year, basically, in the tight end position. You give him in the 8th or 9th round, he's going to sneak up and get those points for you.
He averaged 9 points a game. He averaged 9 points a game.
Cole Kmet, I don't care. Prove me wrong. I can sit here and eat crap, and you can tell me, oh, the Bears made the playoffs. But I'm pretty damn sure that they're not. And Fields is another guy that runs so much that he's going to have a high risk for injury.
Yeah.
And even if he's playing lights out, he's still going to have that chance of the way he plays that he's going to be out for 4 or 5 games.
So now let me ask you this. How do you feel about Rashad Penny going to the Eagles?
Same thing, man.
Jesse Bates to Atlanta?
Well, Penny is pretty cool. If you can keep him from being injured, he averages about 6 yards a carry. Which is... He's like one of the best running backs in the league. Unfortunately, he can only stay on the field for 2 or 3 games a season. And Eagles, I think, are making a drastic mistake. I would try much harder to keep Miles Sanders than replacing Petty. Now, Petty stays upright and for a full season for the first time in his career. Yeah, that's an awesome move. But I'm taking an injury risk in what his track record is, and I would say that I'd much rather Miles Sanders, and especially what he just did. It's not a bad signing if you get the upside, but you're probably not getting the upside. And what did he actually sign for? It was
Who? Cameron Bates?
Rashard Penny.
Oh, Rashard Penny, I think, signed for like pennies on a contract. Like super low. I think it was like 1.4.
Yeah, I could have been too much.
It was like 1.4 million.
Yeah, it's a flyer.
Yeah.
It's 1.35.
That was close.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're expecting Miles Sanders production for Penny, he could do it. But I mean, I know him probably as well as anyone as far as a Seahawks fan, and he's awesome when he's out there. But man, every time he gets cruising, it's one injury or another.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also look at it this way too. Lions sign Cameron Sutton. That's a big move for us. Mm-hmm. But what I like the most is what the 49ers did.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that there, bud. Let me pull up the 50 cal real quick. Cock it back, look down the scope. What did the 49ers do?
What was that for?
Because you were mad about this all day yesterday, and we were talking about it. I just want to kind of like stir the pot a little bit here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stir the pot.
They signed Javon Hargrave. I think I said that right.
Yep.
Probably the top defensive tackle. Added to an already loaded defensive line.
Sorry, man. I had to hit it.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's a reality, which really sucks. Now, I think the Niners actually lost one of their key guys. Mm-hmm. Did Ward go?
Ward went down to the Texans.
So.
And then we signed.
You're not replacing apples or apples. It's apples or orange.
Mm-hmm. And then we signed one of their corners.
You're already strengthening
a
great defensive line to make it even better. So you probably could get away with an average corner now, since the QB is going to be under distress consistently. Hargrove in the middle, and close. You got Fred Warner in the middle there.
Yep.
It's just the rich keep getting richer as far as that's a great thing about the Niners. I don't hate it as long as that works within their cap. I mean, $84 million, but it's 4 years. How much? So $40 million is guaranteed.
Right.
You can get off of it after 2 years if he doesn't perform. So that's a great deal.
Yeah.
My hate for the Niners isn't like the front office. They do great things. I don't hate what they do. I hate it because they're doing it.
I was just trying to get some feathers, and it didn't work. I thought I was going to get them. Didn't work.
It's.
I mean, the Niners also signed Sam Darnold, which isn't like.
You got to have someone there.
Yeah.
Right? So Purdy's not ready. Jamie J's gone.
Trey Lance isn't ready.
And who knows if he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that Lance isn't ready to go and Purdy still has his arm issues. You got to have someone.
Yeah. Sam Darnold's a good pickup.
I think it's a good pickup.
I think it is too.
Your base, they said 1 year base value of 4.5. So 3.5 is guaranteed.
Yeah. Darren Waller goes to the Giants.
Now he has incentives to get to 11.5.
Yeah.
Which is always great. You want to keep the carrot out in front of the horse.
Now,
with that team in particular, that's made every QB look great.
Yep.
Maybe that team's so stacked around and it doesn't matter who you plug in there.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. The guy that started all of this, Derek Carr.
Yes.
News, he was the first one. New Orleans Saints signed Derek Carr to $105 million?
150.
150. That's insane.
$60 million fully guaranteed at signing with another $10 million if he makes it to the third year.
Yep. That's crazy.
He has a no trade clause.
$105 million.
Not a no trade clause.
Yeah. And then $105 million goes to your boy Geno Smith.
Now, Geno contract. Kudos to Seattle.
Yeah.
Look at the market. What's left?
Mm-hmm.
Either we were forced to draft a QB with our fifth pick, which already would have been a disaster because so many teams have jumped up. So we probably would have had to lose draft capital to get up to get a Richardson or something like that. And that's not even saying that guy's going to be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
This keeps Seattle right where they're at. And we get to add maybe a Jalen Carter, Will Anderson type player to our team. It's just going to make everything phenomenal. And I think if you want to get like someone like who's Tennessee QB, that Martin. Pretty good guy. He's not considered a top tier QB, but
Marcus Mariota?
No, now I said I have to look it up.
Ryan Tannehill?
No, he's a Tennessee Volunteer this last season.
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I know he's supposed to be pretty good. And I'm slowing the show down.
You're okay.
Was it Hendon Hooker? Yeah. Look up Hendon Hooker. Look at his stats from last season.
Tell us what his stats are.
70% completion, 3,100 yards passing, averaging 9.5 per pass attempt. Here's the real good part: 27 TDs, 2 picks. I can get that guy in the 3rd or 4th round, and then sit behind Gino. Let's go. I don't need necessarily, if I can build this kid up and have a couple years with Gino on the show. I just think Seattle did an awesome job. They're not breaking the bank for him either.
Yep.
And if it goes sour, you can easily get out of the contract after 1 year.
This just in.
Oh.
Speaking of David Montgomery, he agrees to a 3-year deal, $18 million deal with the Lions.
Who just went to the Lions?
David Montgomery.
Well, now, so how's your bear take feeling?
Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
Why is the Lions doing that?
Wow.
You need to talk about this, not me. Why do you have David Montgomery on your team? Don't you still have DeAndre Swift? Don't you still have Jamal Williams?
What?
Don't you have 3 running backs?
What?
So we lost David. What are you guys doing?
Damn.
That's it, Lions in the cellar.
What, dude? Are you serious, man?
You were making the point for this kid.
I know, dude.
Yeah, but he wasn't on your team.
God.
And that's what I'm saying. Bears aren't nothing. Sorry, you got a year or 2 still.
Dude, way to go, man. You just ruined my whole entire take, bro. Don't clap.
That was amazing. I mean, like, you couldn't come up with
Look
a better
at
time.
this. Man, I literally...
3-year deal. You're stuck with him, buddy.
Man, I go to bat for you, bro, and this is what I get?
You get him on your team. That's amazing. Look how disappointed you are.
Man, I went to bat for this kid, too, bro. God.
He's fine as long as he's a bear. He's going to do great things. But, he's a lion? No.
Man. I go to bat for you, man, and this is what you do.
I'm sure you'd rather seen Eckler's name on there.
Yep, that's who I was hoping we would have got. Whatever. Terrible Lions. Now I hate David Montgomery more than ever because I wanted Austin Eckler. The Lions suck. Dude, do you see what I'm talking about? This is
Now,
how.
if the Bears go and get Eckler, I might make him a play.
This is what I'm going to say. Austin Eckler to the Bears. David Montgomery is going to. Why do we have
Do you
3?
still have 3 running backs now?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
I don't, dude. You're asking literally the wrong dude.
You have 3 guys. You don't need 3 guys.
All right, dude. Let's close the show. I'm over it. I'm done. Buy or sell. Buy or sell. Is David Montgomery going to be good for us? Why would you go and get three running backs? Why? Why 3 running backs? That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
That's unbelievable.
Dude, I literally just thought that it was going to tell me that David Montgomery signed 3-year deal, $18 million with the Bears.
Yeah. You just make an argument for him.
I had your back, bro.
You did.
And then you just spun me around, bent me over, and took that knife and just started stabbing it in my back.
I think this is one of my favorite show moments in the last year. This is amazing.
Shut up. asshole. Here we go. Buy or sell. Shut up.
He's so mad, guys.
God. Austin Eckler is on the
I put
board.
the Lions number one. Now I feel betrayed. God really hates Detroit.
Somebody really hates Detroit. Funny story. There has always been a myth around the Legends, or around the Lions. There's always been a myth around the Lions. So one of the Fords bought some ancient artifacts from the time that Hitler was around. And they said that it was cursed. And the reason why the Lions suck all these years, and I think they're just making an excuse, I don't think it's real, is because Henry Ford went and bought several things from the Holocaust Museum, and they happen to be owned by Hitler. And I think it's a myth, but I think that's just an excuse. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking up ownership. I want to know how long.
Henry Ford has owned the Lions since, I think, the 40s or the 50s. He needed something to do with his money.
No, I get it. I'm wondering, does the Fords still run the Lions?
I think the daughter does. The mom is no longer there.
The torch has been passed to Sheila Ford.
Yeah, the daughter.
Well, here's why your team stinks for the last 50 years. Because of ownership.
It has nothing to do with ownership.
No,
it has everything to do with picking the wrong dudes, and this is a good scenario.
No. Every organization I ever worked for or seen in sports or anything, it runs from the very top. Great ownership equals great general managers and coaches down to the great players. The Lions is just like their clog right up here. No one can reach it anymore. It's still there. It's hanging out. You can see it, but you can't get rid of it. They'll tease you, like, hey, I got like a little piece out. Like, it's my drain now. And it's not ever going to happen until you get rid of someone that's up there keeping it plugged down.
I'm not doing the show anymore. Like, this is our last episode, guys. Like, I'm done now. I can't believe I go to bat and then the Lions go, oh, well, David said this, so let's go ahead and sign David Montgomery to a 3-year, $18 million deal just so that we can pull out the sniper and look at him dead in his face and go, ha-ha, pow, and shoot me when I'm down. This is the Alan Lazard take all over again.
Betraying your real thoughts.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
You should draft Montgomery in the first round next year.
Shut up. I'm over it. Austin Eckler. Wow.
Okay. I guess we got one more segment to do.
Buy or sell?
Yeah. Very original.
Do you have the Lakers making the playoffs or not?
You go ahead and
Sell.
start that one off. There you go. Give me half a second.
Okay. Sell.
I want to see where they're at real quick.
They're like number 13.
No, they're number 9. They're 7-3 in their last. I'm going to say yes.
They're like number 0. They're not even on the chart. You're going to say yes?
Mm-hmm. They're only 3 games behind the Clippers, which would be 6, and Golden State.
So you're buying.
And they're, like I said, they're 7-3 in the last 10. They've been pretty good since their trades. And if you could just, LeBron's going to probably try his absolute hardest to get back to the end of this year to make it official.
So buy or sell?
I'm buying. I think even if they get to the play-in game, they're going to win that play-in tournament.
So Lakers making the playoffs?
I think they're better than the Pelicans. Dallas Lakers would be an interesting matchup. If Luka and Kyrie just can't figure their stuff out.
Nope. So you're buying?
I'm buying.
I'm selling. Jordan Love, is he a boomer or a bust?
I want to say incomplete, but that doesn't answer the question.
I want to say incomplete.
Like, I don't know. Like, he's barely played. I think where the NFC is at, and the team around the Packers isn't bad. I think they're a borderline playoff team, even with Love.
I'm saying bust.
So I guess I'm closer to boom.
Okay, so you're boom on bust. Will the XFL survive more than one season? In St. Louis, it looks like it. St. Louis had 35,000 fans. I'm saying that they're going to survive.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards them be able to finally put a second season out for this thing. I think it's more because the NFL really is looking at it as like a minor league system as far as testing rules and stuff, and they might be able, since they're actually partnered with the NFL opposed to not being partnered when Vince McMahon ran the show. I would say this has a chance to kind of go. You know, sometimes you just got to give things a little time to grow. And my main example would be the WNBA. When they first showed up, I was like, female pro basketball, like, what's the chance? And they were in deep decline early on. And, you know, they're still kicking it right now. I applaud them for not pulling the plug immediately and let these women athletes, you know, have a chance to show off their skills. And, you know, it's not for everyone, but you know what? Neither is the XFL. My problem with the XFL is that I don't want to watch any more football after the season.
Yeah.
Some people want to watch it all year. I want a break.
Yep.
Once the Super Bowl's over, I'm looking towards baseball and spring and
Basketball.
summer. And,
Yep.
I don't know if I just up for another football season right on top of that. It just makes NFL more exciting when it comes back.
I agree. Will the Chicago Bears make it to the playoffs with the addition of DJ Moore?
We already discussed this.
No. I say yes. Even
without
though
David
without David Montgomery, I still think that there's I do look now. So David Montgomery is gone now, right? Austin Eckler is still out there. The Bears are going to get Austin Eckler now because the Lions now look at it and go, okay, cool. Maybe we're not able to get Austin Eckler. Maybe it's not our time. Let's go ahead and pick up David Montgomery and let's have Austin Eckler go to the Bears and let's just take a dirt nap on him.
I think the whole division is not very good.
Yeah. Will the Seahawks and the Lions both make the playoffs next season?
Yes.
Both teams?
Both teams.
You think both teams?
Both teams.
Do you want my real take? And not trying to stir up stuff for the show. So my real take is this. Lions are going to be number one. End of discussion. I see the Bears also making the playoffs, but I also see them making the wild card as a possibility. So I do have the Lions making the playoffs. Do I think that they're going to win their first playoff game? No, they're not. We always find a way to screw it up. Always. Guys, always. Take it from a Lions fan. We always find a way to screw it up. That's how our whole entire organization has been ran. That's how it's going to keep going. Look at Joey Harrington. Look at the team that we had when we had Golden Tate, Calvin Johnson, Reggie Bush, Matthew Stafford. Look at the defense that we had with Darius Slay and Glover Quinn. We found a way to screw it up. So, do I think that we're going to win our first playoff game? No. Make it to the playoffs? Yes.
Well, do you think Seattle's going to make it?
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason why I say that I think Seattle's going to make it is because of the two receivers that you have. And Geno Smith, I have a lot of faith in Geno. 100% faith in Geno.
I think the offense was fine last year. Defense wasn't good. And they've already signed Jones that we didn't mention, but that was a great signing for Seattle.
Yep.
And Seattle.
Oh, Draymond Jones, that's right. They did sign him. I'm so sorry. We did skip that.
It's fine. Add him. Let's not mess around Seattle. I want Carter or Will Anderson. I want one of the two primo things because everyone's so QE thirsty. These guys normally be one or two in the more normal drafts. We might get him. We might. At worst, we got a chance at Jalen Carter. I've seen some drafts where mock drafts where Anderson's fifth, which is awesome to me because he has the Von Miller prototype, which I really want. But Jalen Carter, is like an Aaron Donald type. I'm not comparing the two. He hasn't done a damn thing in the league, but one of those run stuffers up in the middle that Seattle. Both of our teams need run stopping help.
Right.
I think last season was a clear example that running still really matters in football.
Yeah.
When QBs and production's down, you got to get the yardage somehow. So, be able to stop the run and the pass. I think Seattle's in great shape right now.
Good. I do too. I agree. Well, guys, that's all that we have for today.
Yeah.
Carson, congratulations, man.
For what?
For telling me that I'm wrong about David Montgomery.
You're welcome.
I'm a little mad.
Yeah, when we lost him immediately.
Oh, God.
I might steal over this all week.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to.
Well, we got, at least next week we'll have first round of the tournament done. Free agency, at least all of the big names should be shopped out. And Aaron Rodgers.
Kind of excited to see where Orlando Brown goes, though.
Yeah. We get this much closer to the NBA playoffs.
Yep.
Where it actually starts to matter to me personally. So, yeah, keep your eyes out. Look for the Cardinals to trade back, please.
Yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope and pray. All right, guys, that's everything that we have here for today. Everyone, thank you all so much for showing up. And we will see you guys next week on Tuesday. Everyone have a good one. Later, guys.